series roster rundown for Titan Esports. We got Smiths, Existence, Shoxy, Scream, and NBK. And for iBUYPOWER, we got Adren, EZK, Anger, Daze, and Skadoodle as the pistol round is now underway.
So one of the interesting things, and it was mentioned to us about the number of stats and talking about kills and everything. They thought they were telling me something that was really interesting in terms of that there was 3 players, but we'll talk about this real fast. As we're going to go ahead and hop in directly into the pistol. We're going to go extremely aggressive right there towards that A bomb site, dropping one after the next. Now it's going to be left up Skadoodle. He's going to get taken down, left up to Adren, and immediately Titan have had enough of this iBUYPOWER team, and they take the pistol round. And what I was getting to is I was told this stat that said that basically AZK, Adren, and even Anger make up for at least 120-something kills of 190. And one of the things, of course, I dissected the whole math side of it. And really what it kind of puts out there is all 5 players are contributing at a high level. And that right there just showing that it is a pure team aspect. We keep talking about individual players being so strong, but really all 5 players are playing extremely well right now.
But the pistol round was won here by Titan Esports, NBK, and I think it was Scream that were able to hold outside the A bomb site before. Save round coming in for iBUYPOWER as Skadoodle had a Tech 9 headshotted by Scream as they're once again committing inside the A bomb site here on Cash, trying to get this bomb plan down for someone in the 3rd round. Dropped by Scream. So it's actually one Scream and NBK holding here. AZK with a headshot to Scream, trying to wrap around towards Quad. NBK headshots him.
Gracious.
Going back for a flash and a full plant right away.
That's just a great play by AZK, forcing it, making something happen, and now he's got himself to an even fun situation here. He got the bomb planted. He has, he's already figured out a part of this game already. And so now he might just be able to make it even more interesting right now.
He gets then headshotted though by Shoxy, who went for a double peek with Existence from the white truck and from Catwalk. As soon as they lobbed a few flashes, AZK was trying to get a lucky shot, half blinded there on to his opponent coming in from the CT spawn. Couldn't get it done, but at least it was a very good save for iBUYPOWER. 3 kills, a bomb plant. Full money here for guns. Well, not full money, but it's going to be a gamble with Galils, if not no armor with AKs.
Yeah, so we're going to hop over there and see what they decide to do. You've got their little huddle that they've got going on right now. And actually, they're just kind of, I don't know exactly what they're really trying to determine there. Says, okay, well, you have my pistol here, and I'll take that instead. And so I think Adren may have got the short end of that one.
Yeah, because didn't they just switch a Glock for a Glock?
I think they switched. Yep, that's exactly what happened.
I just want the better skin. It helps me get those headshots, but they're getting ready to maybe work a fake or towards the A site, and then probably boosts here for a mid control. Anger creeping back towards that middle area. Here comes that boost for AZK inside mid. Skadoodle gets still an opening shot onto Scream towards the A side highway. The connector gets a long range in the face of Smith.
Maybe
right
he did
at
get
the
the
white
short
truck.
end.
Nope. They're running inside the A side right now, but NBK is still alive inside Quad. Drops the bomb carrier. Anger trying to hold back towards mid. Blinds both Shoxy in Existence. He gets taken out, but at least we have cleared out the A bomb site right now for the terrorist team of iBUYPOWER. Adren planning deep inside the site. For Shoxy taking out Skadoodle at Forklift. Now it's a 2-on-2. AZK at Quad. Adren inside site. They're closing it right now. It is Shoxy in Existence again, trying to clutch this. 2 versus 2. They're moving in now. Existence just inside the site. Shoxy still looking back towards truck. Adren going for the peek with AZK. A trade comes in. One-on-one situation. Clark taking on that bomb. Existence closing in here as AZK turns towards that right. The force buy did come in favor of iBUYPOWER, and they're gonna screw with Titan's economy with this 2-1 score.
Hey, man, just give me your AK and I'll give you back a Glock. But I promise, though, I'll get 3 ridiculous headshots there. Don't worry about it. Just take my Glock. It's the dragon tattoo. It's pretty cool looking. But let me have your AK and I'll go to town. So there you go. Skadoodle picking up 3 really nice kills there to open things up. And that does really break the economy from Titan going into these next couple rounds here.
Yeah, they're smoking in for the Z. They're going to boost and control middle right now against this safe round of Titan Esports. Titan Esports on the other side of things have gone for a default position for all of the players of Titan except for Shoxy pushing down towards B. He did spot Adren, so he's forced to fall back. But we are splitting towards the A site now. AZK and Anger moving up on Catwalk. They do get the frag. They spot right now Scream towards the blue door area. but they don't know that MBK's still hiding inside the quad. They're running straight past him. AZK then kills Shoxy by pushing through the CT spawn and flanking him at Z, but they think that the A side's open. Anger getting shot from behind, and still he wasn't able to get that kill as AZK saves him, gets the frag, and it's now going to be 2-2 with a flawless round coming in for iBUYPOWER.
Every time.
I bought a molly.
Fast A. What we're going to do is, after we take mid control, I'm going to smoke for Kev to get CT spawn. Kev, you're going to go CT spawn, and then we're going to B split.
I can molly side.
Okay.
Fast A as they called it. Right now on T side, so maybe we're gonna have some bigs or whatnot.
This is gonna this is gonna be right the same thing too. You're gonna have Scream's gonna be pushing up here inside of locker. He's already started to challenge. Skadoodle's gonna fall there. They had 3 players that pushed over there towards that locker room, over towards main, and they've actually dropped the bomb over there. So you're gonna have one of the players. It's gonna be Adren. He's gonna have to rotate all the way back around. They don't know that the bomb's there, but Adren also doesn't know that they haven't spotted it as of yet.
They push 2 guys towards Z though right now for iBUYPOWER, but it looks like Daze decides to fall back now.
Well, as you can see right there, Smith is ready, and just in case they do decide, and Existence takes out one more. Now Smith, or make that Scream, who spotted Anger there inside of that Z. And they're going to start to fall back, wrapping back around on the other side, just on the other side. Anger's able to pick up one there. He's going to fall. Now Shoxy's been spotted there underneath. He's going to get double teamed there and taken down. Dave is going to fall there as well. So it really all started there in that locker room where Skadoodle got shut down as he tried to head over there towards main.
Yeah, the 3 guys pushing towards main. Scream getting the opening kill, but at the same time, they didn't keep pushing forward, and they actually fell back towards the A bomb site and also rotated back to try to support more towards B, thinking that they've actually led iBUYPOWER inside a trap. They said, okay guys, they're playing aggressively towards A, let's try to reconvene towards middle and then towards the B bomb site, but they got picked off, and let's see what's going to happen for this round now. I thought we were going to listen in, but it was just a screw up from the production desk calling you out. Back with the action though, they are boosting inside middle. They are trying to take mid control right now for iBUYPOWER. We're going to have one trying to peek towards Z. It's going to be Existence. Sees nobody yet, but Smith is trying to support him. They both get flashed, speaking about Scream and Smith up on Cap. Now a counter flash blinding all 4 of them, and here comes the bloodbath at middle. Now we're going to have Scream peeking out first. A nade coming down. A first casualty is going to be Daze. A trade comes in. Smith then onto Anger. A 1-minute advantage for Titan Esports as we're still battling in this middle. Bomb on the back of Skadoodle inside vents. Now smokes all around the air to try to calm things down for a bit, but it looks like we're going to try to push towards Checker inside B. They don't know that somebody's hiding just on the outside of B though. It's going to be Shoxy, killed by AZK. They take down Existence as well, and just like that, the B bomb site is open for business. Skadoodle moving in, yeah, but also planning for Checkers, which is good. Smith moving inside Checkers as well. He's going to go head-to-head against Adren. Adren gets the headshot. MBK on a 3 versus 1 situation inside CT spawn, Colt in hand. But like you said, they are low, but MBK does not know this. He's just going to hopefully get 1 or 2 kills and then decide to commit into this. He's going to get the first one. Looks back as he sees nobody else really peeking out. Oh, he's committing. He's going for it. He's at the generator. He's coming towards the back of the side. Gets a headshot onto Adren. Goes for the full defuse. Didn't know that Skadoodle was towards the back, but that was almost a round thrown there by iBUYPOWER. They keep doing that. They take over the site, but then they all peek one by one without really playing the bomb, and it always brings it down. Even Impulsive called it. They always have these 4v2s, 4v1s that immediately turns into 1 versus 1 because they're peeking out one by one.
The only upside to that, and I'll just go ahead and speak on behalf of that, whenever you peek 1 by 1 at that very end, is that you're delaying time frames here. You're trying to force them to kind of draw that attention there. That may be a few seconds here, a couple seconds there. And so really at the end, you saw that he had to make a move. I mean, 35 seconds on the round timer, the more and more that you delay, the longer that you take to force him to try to be able to get that defuse. Of course, you're losing players. You're not getting that team shooting. But if you expose yourselves all at the same time, there's a random chance that all 5 or all 3 of you might go down at the same time as we hop in here to this next round. 3-3, all tied up. And it looks like Titan are deciding to say, hey, we got to do what we can. And they're going to decide to buy FAMASas and M4s and only 1 player. That's going to be MBK, who we're on board with, who has a 5-7 here.
Yeah, nobody buying AWPs for iBUYPOWER, so it's a full AK gun against a forced buy from Titan. 5-7 from NBK at quad onto Daze, gets a second one onto AZK as Skadoodle goes for a double kill himself. And now the A side is almost open. They finally take down NBK, has a trip kill with the 5-7. Great force buy, should I say right now, for NBK. Shoxy now spotted at White Truck, tapped down to 49.
Trying to get that bomb across. He saw it too. Shoxy saw that that bomb was tossed across there.
So he knows that one's at forklift and one is planning. So he's just still looking back and see if Adren's going to be anxious and get this shot. Adren looking back. Shoxy is just waiting there patiently. Great job by Adren to not re-peek out. Shoxy then decides to look back towards quad. They're soon going to see this double peek. He's going to push forward. Just waiting now around the corner. Gets the shot onto Adren. One-on-one. Picks up an AK-47. Adren just around quad. It's time to play ring around the Rosie, but Shoxy jumps towards the top of the boxes, takes him down with the AK-47, picks up a
Great
kick.
play by Shoxy.
Gets the defuse, yeah. A great display of patience as well on that 2 versus 1. And again, they didn't play that bomb right now for iBUYPOWER, or they didn't play a double peek, that 1 minute advantage for the terrorist team.
Yeah, Shoxy just waiting for Adren to slip up there at the end, ending up getting the kill. A great move here by at the end, just working over the top. Of course, Anger was getting very anxious. He didn't know where to go. He was worried that he may be coming around. If he watches this way, he'd have to worry about a 6 coming around. He's worried if he peeked around this corner, he would have been picked off the other side. But let's go ahead, hop into the action right now. There's going to be a save. They're going to head over there towards the other side. Shoxy's going to be completely blind, spraying away with the AK, able to pick up at least 2. Existence is going to be there as well. He's going to fall back. He made those kills there through the vent. And right now they're going to be heading over there towards the checker side. Bomb carrier Daze is going to get taken out there. And now it's going to be left up to the LMS. That's going to be Adren. He's going to get taken down there at the very end. 5-3 in favor of Titan. We are in the second best of 3 here on Cash to start things off. Whoever wins this best of 3 will be crowned as the ESEA Season 15 LAN Finals champion. And a very fun bout to watch, and probably for most an unsuspecting final, seeing iBUYPOWER make their way here to the end. They're a great team, but at the same time, we all probably, a majority, assumed that Complexity would be the ones facing off against Titan here.
Definitely, so it's going to be a whole new debate to see who's going to be the North American #1 team. Of course, a lot of people are still going to say it's going to be Complexity because of the amount of experience and the amount of events they've won over, or how they progress versus iBUYPOWER. Meanwhile, though, we do have some action towards middle. We do have a few trades as we're trying to control that middle of the T side. Falling back now, we're committing towards the B-bomb side, but a 2-man rotate coming in from the vents. At least AZK is holding it right now. When the first one drops, he gets blinded. A trade still comes in. NBK inside the vent, headshotted by AZK. Smith now, 2 versus 1 situation inside the site. The bomb is down, makes it a 1-on-1, and that's the peak that I'm talking about. Sacrifice your team to at least force your opponent out and get the firepower to get the frag, and iBUYPOWER executed that flawlessly. At least they get the round at the end of the day, and now it is a 5-4 score. Still in favor, though, of Titan Esports.
Yeah, as you can see, they're trying to break the bank now, making sure that they can stay there with the Joneses. As Titan got a few M4s and FAMASs and no head armor here. They do have nades to play with here. Gonna boost over the top, gonna push over there inside of mid. Look out, I believe that's, yep, that's Existence who's over there towards checkers. And right now, NBK trying to shoot through his teammate. He's gonna fall. Anger picked up 2 of them as they lined up. Adren's gonna make this quick call out, gonna state the fact that, hey, they are already rotating behind.
Oh, nice, they're boosting up as well for him to jump across the T red here.
And I believe whenever they jump, they may have made a little bit of noise there. They don't know that they're there. And actually, Existence was checking some angle. They think that they were already pushing there through locker. Now they know for a fact that they should be heading over there towards B. Smith will now be rotating. Shoxy coming from the other side. They're going to sandwich down on both sides of this site. Anger is going to be in a really great spot here at the end here. Just going to toss around. They're taking a lot of time to get this bomb planted, though. The bomb will get planted here. In a tough spot is going to be Adren. They now know that he's over there inside of checkers. They also know that one player's inside, and Anger does get that flank at the end. Anger's just going to continue to push through. He has no fear now. And back over here to Adren. Adren's going to get spotted here by Shoxy. I believe he knows he's there. And Shoxy will get eliminated there by Adren as they pick up another round. And we even things up at 5.
What I liked about that is that they broke the economy of Titan by winning the round before, 2 rounds before, forcing them on a force buy for Titan this round. And then by winning that round, they're forcing Titan on a save. So this could be soon a 6-5 score in favor of iBUYPOWER, unless a miracle happens right now with Shoxy and company with these 5-7s. Now let's see what's going to happen. Adren looking to jump on top here of T-Red just to see if anybody's pushing aggressively towards the fence.
He just probably barely missed one, and one will push through.
So they are coming in towards this B bomb site. There's only one P250 actually being purchased. The rest of them kept their P2000s. And as they're getting dropped one by one, leaving Scream the last man standing, trying to get through this smoke, dropping down from heaven, but AZK waiting for him inside the site. And iBUYPOWER takes the lead now, 6-5.
Let's take a listen here.
You guys got the money, Molotov, you got the money.
Draw me.
Yeah. Keep it up, guys.
Fast mid event split right now. Fast mid event split.
I'm throwing no smoke. Here,
Yo, me.
throw the smoke.
Nice listening there, as we couldn't even hear any strats. Just drop me. So we'll soon find out what's going to happen here for iBUYPOWER on T side. Maybe we should have listened in an extra 2-3 seconds. Nonetheless, still a full gun round for both teams, but a force buy for Titan with small armor and FAMASs. Scream push all the way up, gets the kill there on to AZK, but then traded back by Daze. Or should I say Adrenaline immediately at the same time. Daze and Anger getting a few kills, Anger getting a double towards B as they're pushing in there.
They're just shooting so well in this game.
NBK was the last man standing towards Quad with that AWP, thinking that they're pushing all the way towards Z. But after getting those trades, they went for a Vent B main split for iBUYPOWER, and it just caught Titan out of position. I don't think Titan Esports were expecting such a quick push and a quick rush after the initial kills coming in from iBUYPOWER, that it was just easy for them to come in and get the plant after. So NBK still trying to save his gun here towards Quad. But they have no idea that it's there. They're trying to look towards CT spawn. You can see with Anger from that mini-map, you have Daze making his way towards T-spawn, who will not see anybody. And the other 2 guys are just watching the bomb just in case. It will go off. It's going to be a 7-5 score in favor of iBUYPOWER. Their map of choice against Titan Esports right now. So let's listen in and see what Titan are going to say.
Allez, go les gars.
Moi j'ai une flash. Je la mettrai pour toi dessus.
J'ai une flash aussi, c'est tout.
Toi, mets-la pour l'anti-rush, moi je la mettrai pour lui.
Par contre, ils ont une prise duel qui est
Mais la
relou
smoke,
ici. Ouais.
About how iBUYPOWER committing right now, they are low on money situation, so they're just saying, okay, I was only able to afford 1 flash, me too, and they're just going to try to use it to their best of the advantage. So trying to get those aggressive peaks. You can see Scream setting up right now for a flash for existence, maybe to creep out back out if he spots anybody pushing from warehouse, but it's staying clear for now. The rest of iBUYPOWER are pushing towards main. We do have that trade, a touchdown nade from AZK onto NBK. As Smith this time is going to make his way towards the Quad, trying to pick up maybe this AWP left behind by NBK. Will do so. Redline looking in, misses the shot. iBUYPOWER inside. Yeah, they actually went back out. But at the same time, they're trying to run back out for a fake. I don't know if this is a good idea. I think they should have just committed right now, because you're looking at the health situation. Anger, or should I say Adren and Skadoodle are so low right now, and they're still also split up. At least they're forcing right now Titan to rotate back towards middle, but you also have Existence pushing aggressively here. So it's going to be a quick flank coming in right now from Existence as soon as we come in inside the site. As soon as Smith is going to spot somebody
Existence
at main
going the wrong way though.
with the AWP, yeah, he's going towards B, but as soon as they see somebody, he gets the shot there, still onto Adren towards main. Scream decides to rotate back inside the site meanwhile, and he gets another shot onto Skadoodle. Meanwhile, Scream has fallen inside the A site. They're gonna get the bomb plant down. 3-on-2 situation. Daze in Anger. Daze gets their frag onto Existence. Op shot missed by Smith. Gets the second one though onto Daze. Anger then making it a 1 versus 1 situation. Smith's looking for a big 4K. Anger holding back towards squad. He likes this spot. Here's some weapons being picked up, and that was the mistake by Smith. Instead of walking over the gun after dropping the AWP, he lets go of his gun, runs forward, picks up a gun and a grenade, letting Anger know that he's close, and he's also switching weapons, and he went back for that kill, and they take the lead by 3 now, 8-5 score.
They could have just used the use key and picked up the weapon, but really, he's in a tough spot regardless. He needed to change his weapon. One way or another, he would have made some noise. You'd heard the drop of the weapon. And right now, Dazed, trying to get a peek. He's going to try to peek around onto Existence. Existence is trying to do that every single round. Sometimes it's worked. This time, Smiths has also pushed up aggressively. He's going to get taken down, wrapping towards that bomb site. Now you've got actually MBK boosted up on top. He's actually kind of put up on a pedestal, kind of put out in the open, as MBK will be able to stay alive for a little bit longer. Nice shot by Scream, taking down AZK. So we've got this 3-on-4. They're still working here inside of mid. They've rotated it back over there. You're going to allow Shoxy to worry about this B bomb site all by himself. It is going to be down to this 3-on-3. Taking a look right now. Drain pushing over the top. Looks like they may do some type of split. They're going to try to come through 3 different angles right now. You can see Skadoodle. He's going to come back over here. The bomb carrier is actually Dazed. He's going to be coming around here through that blue door area. It's going to be a hard execute. Let's see if yeah, we have a Dren here who has his op in hand as well. Still working over here, taking a look at the setup here. It's going to be in the back quad area. They're going to start to push in here. We're on board with MBK. Going to be a rotate here from the truck side. That was Scream who was on truck side. Here comes Shoxy. Shoxy's going to have that same type of angle here in just a moment here. Peeking over the top, MBK in the backside of the site gets taken out. Down to a 3-on-1. 10 seconds to get that bomb planted, and it will. And Shoxy will hightail it out of there as now he holds on to this AWP for the next round. And can you give me a little information on where we're sitting for the economy? 400, 500 for 2 players, 350 and 100 for the other 2, and then Existence zeroed out. And as we look at the way that this game has gone so far, they've lost 5 consecutive rounds, so they'll have the economy bonus at this point. And so now they're going to be fully maxed out, so they'll be sitting at a 3,500 going into this next round. So as we look at it now, they picked up, as I mentioned, you can see 3,400. Existence is sitting at 3,400 now. And so now...
But you know what? He's not the A player. Eric, pick into A with your op.
Okay. You don't think he'll do that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it right
If
away.
he does, you're just gonna fucking kill him.
I'm doing it right away. I'm going right away.
Just piss around, basically.
Okay.
Let's try to get that follow on to a Dren, because he says he's going to go for the aggressive pick. Let's do that pistol round. So I think he's going to try to go for that pick towards main. So he's running there right now, and he's looking towards quad to try to battle it against NBK, who actually desperately needs his teammates to wake up. He's holding the A site single-handedly, and really nobody else is supporting him to try to get the wins. Now, Skadoodle still gets the opening frag, gets a second one after Scream, Smiths with the quick shot, misses right now as Daze comes from above, finally kills him. Shoxy, the last man standing, immediately dispatched by AZK, and such a quick rush by iBUYPOWER on that round, and they take the lead in this first half, 10-5, in favor of themselves, of course, over Titan Esports. Now, that's why we actually saw, I think, NBK was like at 15 and 8 or something like that in the first half. You could see him holding a piece of paper as well. Why didn't our strats didn't work here on the T side, and he's losing his focus right now. You can see it.
Talk about there in the very middle. That's going to be that's Existence. There.
Oh yeah, sorry. So it really comes down to them having to wake up and try to get things done here on this T side.
Yeah, they're going really. I mean, it's almost to the literal point of a by the book in terms of Existence. This has been his style for a while, and how he strat calls, he dissects the other team. They spend a lot of time really kind of calculating and figuring out, how do we get this, what do we do, how do we execute, this is the plan here, this is what we've seen so far. And if we can, I'm asking for it, I don't know if we can at this point, if we can just listen in during this time frame here for Titan, though. I'd like to listen to Titan and kind of their perspective and kind of get a glimpse of what's going on right now.
Go contrôle normal, tu prends mollo, Nathan, ok. On contrôle normal, on est 2 mid, un garage, un porte, Nathan et toi en B, Richard, ok. On contrôle et après on se retrouve tous sur le A,
One door.
ok. Sauf
So
Richard,
that
je le
garage is
boosterai mid.
probably main. So you're gonna play a
Tu mets
two-man
Molotov
stack
conduit
here.
et on court en A. Et en gros, on freeze quand on est.
All right, so now
On
let's
est
go
en A, ok.
ahead.
They said they're gonna
Pour
play
que
it slow,
Richard les tue de dos.
and then they're gonna switch things
Go
around
tout le
towards the
monde,
middle of the strat as
Moi,
well.
j'aurais dit.
Ouais, moi c'est bon.
So I don't know if it's gonna be an
Et contre ma
aggressive
smoke,
rotate after.
logiquement, et passager, c'est les...
All right, let's go ahead and kind of, we've taken a moment there, listen to Titan. Let's go ahead and counter this now and just kind of listen to the other side for iBUYPOWER and really just kind of establish ground here of what may happen on the pistol round.
Yep. I got it.
I'm gonna buy nades too.
I think they're just going to sit there and go with just kind of a basic setup here, just kind of getting the nades, getting the things that they need there. You know, again, it's very, on a CT side, it's pretty much traditional. Okay, hey, play your positions, play your spots, do what we do. We know how we play our pistol, and let's just, you know, execute at the very end. And so right now, we're going to be starting off here in the second half. iBUYPOWER 10, Titan 5 here on the first map of this final best of 3. As this is what this entire tournament's come down to, the regular season, both in the EU and North America. This is how we finish things. These two teams, iBUYPOWER versus Titan, in the finals here.
Yeah, I was just looking at how it's developing towards this pistol side for iBUYPOWER. They actually had a support push at middle first. They rotated around from A to B, and now they're actually stacking towards the B side while having Anger and Skadoodle playing close by quad. Meanwhile, here comes Titan. Like they said, they're going to play it slow, control it a little bit at the beginning of the round. Then we're just going to set up at main and also at blue door and commit towards this A bomb site. Skadoodle is going to spot one first already. He's going to put Smith down to 92. They're going to molly to force Skadoodle out of his position, but I don't think they know that Anger is there, but at least they flashed him. Anger still manages to get a kill, and a trade comes in, and now the A side is open for business. Both of them fall. And here comes already the fast rotate by AZK and Adren. Daze then at middle gets the frag onto Shoxy, who is trying to roam back, and two guys heading back towards main. As they're trying to head back towards main, Adren gets the frag with the silent
Watch
USB.
Dazed.
Daze is going to flank towards main, while we do have the bomb planted here inside the A bomb site. Daze spotting one at quad, takes down Smith. Scream is the last man standing. They know he's at track there or at forklift. He gets the first frag, turns around, trying to capitalize onto Daze, but Adren saves him by shooting Scream from behind, and iBUYPOWER gets the kills and the defuse.
Wow. That was smart play by Daze. Just let's go ahead and get a kind of a look at what they saw there during that round.
MBK tried jump peeking me, fence, and I went beep. I went bam.
Yo, they're gonna pistol armor and just plow something. They're gonna pistol armor and plow something. Maybe with smokes too.
I've got smoke for mid. I'm gonna just I have a nade.
I have a smoke. You should just play quads and give up, or get ready to give up.
There's no pistol armor here.
Just pistols.
Just the ones that they start with, except for 3 P250s. But really, what I was going to say is Dazed did a great job. I mean, he made that pick. They knew that Dazed was there inside of mid, and they assumed that he'd be coming up connector. So and they saw the other two. They knew that those two players were who they were, just because of the HUD IDs. And then from there, Dazed said, "Okay, I'm moving," and he rotated all the way back around. It's just smart play. To rotate all the way back around there towards that main and get the flank, and it just perfectly executed. His teammates didn't push. That could have been the other counter factor. If his teammates could have played aggressive, that may have made an impact on the round. Now they know that they're going to push here. They're probably going to head over here towards this B bomb site in the end, do kind of a quick little split there, head through vents and checkers right now.
So they're setting up through that vents like you mentioned. We do have a 3-man stack with Skadoodle at generator. AZK deep inside the site, Adren at heaven. They spot him right now as Skadoodle gets the opening shot. AZK in his point of view. Skadoodle with another one. AZK with the third. And now it's up to NBK, the last man standing. NBK roaming towards middle, spotted by Daze and picked off. And it's now 12-5 in favor of iBUYPOWER. And let's listen in to Team Titan.
Ouais, t'auras pas ton molotov, Nathan?
Si, je te galule.
Vas-y.
Tu pars sur quoi là?
Control map smoke.
Attendez, je te booste, dit.
So they said they're going to control it in smoke. So I'm not sure where, but if we're looking at the overhead view, looks like it's going to smoke and control towards this middle area. So they're going to throw it off. And it was actually a counter smoke actually being thrown from iBUYPOWER towards the main of garage.
Three smokes right there.
Yeah, they're
right
still
there,
holding it
and
for now.
Right there.
All 5 of them still have their smokes in hand. So I think they're going to wait for the smokes to clear out from iBUYPOWER side and then re-smoke. And possibly, with Shoxy roaming right now towards that Toxic, they're probably going to smoke towards that middle area of mid. Break the vents. There you go.
Smokes
you saw those
right
2
here.
smokes.
Yep.
They're going to break the vent
Hop
probably
out.
and
We're on
split
border
into the B-bomb
Skadoodle now.
site. So let's look at back. Skadoodle waiting inside checker. Smiths has broken that vent, but he's not coming inside yet. They're actually pushing through the smoke after all. Existence is going to be on the one at the point here on Catwalk, trying to look back, but a counter flash was thrown. NBK battling one-on-one against Daze towards main, and Daze picks him off. Now they're pushing inside the checker. Skadoodle and ZK get simultaneously dropped by Scream and Smiths. And there you go. B is open. They're going to go for that plant. Dren making his way back towards that middle as Daze and Egg are running towards blue door, so they're going to save their guns. And Dren meeting up with them right now up on Catwalk. Scream, Shoxy, Smiths, and Existence already set up to watch all angles here with the crossfire towards Checker, towards CT spawn, and Existence watching the flank. So these guys, as you can see, free floating right now are Daze, Dren, and Anger holding towards blue door and a tight corridor there. But the way that they're looking at angles, they could also die one by one. So if Anger dies, Daze is going to try to save. If Daze dies, then Dren's going to try to save. They're not really crossfiring to fully save their guns.
And on Titan's side, this is their first round to win here on the second half, so they're just going to let this be. And so there we go. We're going to kind of be even killer. 12-6. iBUYPOWER leading. And just looking at that setup, really, it was... We saw that Skadoodle was watching underneath the vent over there towards that B hall area, and then he had his teammate AZK that was giving him some cover fire there over the vents, but Skadoodle got pulled away at the last second there because AZK spotted one, and really you just kind of have to rely on your teammate there. Dren's gonna be out. Oh, he's spotted at the top of Scream. He's gonna Scream's gonna fall away, and Day's gonna start things off there. Pushed up there into the main and picked off one.
Into blue door actually, with Anger and Daze all the way towards T spawn, and they were able to catch NBK off guard. Scream actually moved up to see if he can support his teammate, maybe upgrade. I don't know if he had a lower gun to start, but he's meeting back up with his teammates. They're doing the same thing, controlling that middle with those smokes, and then we'll see if they're going to try to work and split into B again, because Shoxy's holding. So it worked the last round. Let's try to do it again. So Existence trying to peek up to see if anybody's going to be sandbags for a quick rotate. As soon as they see it's going to be clear, then they're going to commit inside B. So right now, let's switch over to the B bomb side. We got AZK and Skadoodle waiting inside. They're dropping the bomb here inside Checker, and it's Scream right now trying to clear out the site. So he looks for a smoke towards the CT spawn. With success, a flash blinding both Skadoodle and AZK, but he's really running inside the site by himself right now, so AZK gets a free pick, and then a trade comes in as Skadoodle picks him off, but AZK from the top of heaven. Dren then on the flank gets the kill onto Smith, who is trying to push through Z. The bomb is now down, and because they all died. So let's listen in to Titan.
On n'a aucun point d'appui quoi. Si leur dirigeant A, c'est la mort quoi, vraiment.
Non, clairement pour l'instant la faiblesse c'est dur. Hein.
Go contrôle map rapide, maximum. Go contrôle map rapide là.
Ouais.
Il met pas d'HE mid, il met juste une smoke, on sort de la smoke.
So they say one flash, one smoke at mid, and let's just smoke mid and run through that smoke. So let's see if it's going to be an aggressive push towards the front, but Skadoodle is opting towards Banana first, and Dren spamming through that smoke is going to get the frag onto Smith, so that already is a strategy totally denied there by iBUYPOWER towards Titan Esports, because they've been trying it for 3 rounds in a row, and it seems as though iBUYPOWER was ready for that one that time.
Creeping up here, I mean, you see the style of iBUYPOWER throughout all of the majority of their maps is to give away positions here. I mean, not give away positions, but give away different areas of the map and say, okay, we're cool with that. We're allowing you to kind of slip through. We're allowing you to know that, hey, you can have that area if you want to, but we're going to play even in a different situation. Look at Skadoodle. I mean, he knows he gave up mid. He misses the shot, misses the second one that he needs to hit, and that's where the slip-ups happen. You have to make shots if you give up areas like that.
Now AZK's inside the site by himself, also gets headshotted by MBK, and just like that, those wisps by Skadoodle could have cost a round here for iBUYPOWER. Anger already at the entrance of B, though, being met up by Daze at the same time. We got Scream inside Checker. We got Existence getting the frag onto Daze. A trade, a bomb down, 25 seconds left on the clock. Another double peek, maybe? No, he decides to fall back. Anger picks up an AK-47. NBK the one with the bomb. 3 kills so far in this round. Bomb is now planted. Oh, that nade. No, it should have been thrown towards Generator, but at least it hurts NBK down to 64. Existence and NBK going for that double peek. Anger goes for a quick flick into the face of Existence, but NBK still keeps the team alive here with the big 4K, picking up an AWP as well. Force miss on the round after. Score is 13-7.
Anger's reactions are insane. That flick shot to Existence and then coming back around, that was just bonkers there. So 13-7. As right now, Titan, they're grinding their way back into this one. As they lost a lot of players on that retake. And again, it goes back to Skadoodle. You know, he had one job to hold down that back area, and he wasn't able to make it happen there. As now Anger, he's gained some ground here inside a locker. He's going to go ahead and fall back, though. And now he's getting spammed back through. Gonna get boosted up on top. Missing the first one, and Daze said, oh, well, I thought you were already up there, bro.
I didn't know how to jump. So now he's going to make it. But yeah, it's a forced buy for iBUYPOWER right now, and no kits. I just want to mention that right now for the counter-terrorist team.
No kits. No fanny packs. No scissors. No kits.
Titan Esports right now setting up for another push inside the B bomb side. 2 guys inside Checker, 3 guys at main, but we already have a 3-man stack once again for iBUYPOWER inside B area. Adren is looking to spam through the garage door inside Checker. NBK still manages to get the opening kill. AZK trying to get another one there, but to no avail. These guys are going to drop one by one. Daze just trying to look for some basic kills so far, as Anger is saving his gun by blue door. Bomb planted on this 4 versus 2 situation in favor of Titan Esports. They have to save now. I just want to look at the money situation as well. They won't be able to drop any guns at all for the counter-terrorist team, because their money has been reset here. They're going to lose 2 rounds in a row, but still I don't think that's going to be enough to go for drops at this point. So it's going to be a save right now for the rest of AZK, Adren, and Skadoodle. Bomb is going to go off inside B. So overall 13-8 score. 5-point lead for Team iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, just looking over throughout the whole game here. Just looking at the economy through. So right now, 13-8. Seeing what they've got. Dazed and Anger, of course, have their weapons from the previous round. P250s are out. So you're going to have one player over here towards the B-bomb side. That's going to be Anger. And Skadoodle picking up that first one.
Yeah, actually, Skadoodle pushed outside of B, and he actually dinked Shoxy down to 1 HP and just kept peeking back and forth, got the headshot, got the kill, and at the same time didn't even get touched by his opponent. But the rest of the guys are pushing towards the A-bomb site right now. So, Corey, what's going on here?
All right, so it looks like Daze is actually going to be on the rotate here as he's trying to cause as much damage as possible. Skadoodle still left alive here. He's going to tap away, and he'll finally get taken out here. Is low on health. I mean, one single nade could take out all 4 of them for the most part, as Daze takes down another one. Now it's going to be down to Scream, Existence, and Smith. Smith's actually over there inside of main. And Dazed, he doesn't know that they're low on health. And no one's going to peek him there. And so it makes sense to go ahead and save this weapon here. You never really know how much damage has been dealt until you hit the console button and pull up everything so you know exactly how much you've done to them. And
it was a close round, though. Look at the end of it. Existence at 14, Smith's at 20, Scream I think was at 70 or whatnot. But it could have been a lot better save than we would have expected for iBUYPOWER if they landed those shots in that bloodbath. With that stack that they only had 3 guys, I think, inside A. But if they actually landed those shots, things could have turned things around, especially when they killed their roamer earlier on, with Shoxy dying from the hands of Skadoodle. Skadoodle getting an off this round, getting an early spawn as well to try to look inside B, but there's nobody there as you can see from the minimap. They're going to go for a quick push towards the A-bomb site once again. We do have a 3-man stack this time for iBUYPOWER inside A, but 2 of them just drop like that towards the highway. Anger at quad, gets the frag, Smith going for a second kill. Or should I say a first kill. Existence is the one with 2 kills. A nice quick scope onto Orange Roof there from Skadoodle onto Shoxy. Now a 3-on-2 situation, they're not going to go for it. So Skadoodle and AZK falling back. It seems as though the story keeps repeating itself here as they're just saving and hoping to get a break here. At least a hold or some sort of trade when they're trying to hold against Titan Esports with their pushes.
Well, you see right there for Skadoodle, I mean, he is fully equipped. That's right around 7K so far there in the hands in his inventory there. He's got a full armor, full nade set, diffuse, everything, even an op there. All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick listen here with iBUYPOWER.
No, this is what we should do.
You should hide fence if anything,
No,
so it cuts off the whole angle.
Listen, let Scott off quads. Actually, no. Scott,
He should
show
peek
your
in the
op.
lower.
Sure. What?
He should peek in the lower, get a free kill.
Let's pistol armor. Pistol armor. Back pistol armor. We can still win.
In the very end, you heard Daze say, you know what? Pistol armor, I think we can get this. So they're going to allow Skadoodle to go ahead and try to get a pick. And they're going to do a 4-man stack there with pistol armor with the help of AZK and his M4 inside of B. Skadoodle, it's your time to shine, to hold down inside of A. And let's go ahead and switch over to Smiths, who's also a fun player to watch in terms of this op battle. As right now he's still waiting. He has his teammate that's pushing up there. That's going to be Shoxy. Shoxy just gaining some ground here slowly. Daze pulled away from his teammates there, and he's going to peek out inside of mid as he gets naded down to 77 HP. They will be hitting over here towards this bomb site, and you could probably even call it already. Say, hey, start to rotate, Skadoodle, as they're about to start to hit this site very, very quickly. And Daze is going to get knocked out of his position. That nade actually came over the top, through the window, and into that position. There goes one, able to push in there. Existence, he's getting tapped away. Finally, the bomb carrier falls. And look at this. Dazed called it at the very end. It comes down to a split-second decision by Dazed at the start of the round. And look, it pays off at the end.
And Skadoodle actually spotted somebody at the beginning of the round at main. And the good thing about it is that he didn't call for, and he didn't stress out saying, guys, I need some support because I might whiff some shots. He actually said, okay, there's only one. He's only making some noise. There's nothing else coming. Nobody really rotated out for iBUYPOWER. They stacked towards that B bomb site perfectly. Those pistol shots landed, like I mentioned before. They needed to land those pistol shots when they were stacking. It didn't work at A. It worked at B this time. They pick up an AWP on top of that to go for a double off setup, as it's another full gun round coming in for Titan Esports right now. Skadoodle trying to op here down towards B. He might be able to see the 8th player right now, which is Shoxy, gets blinded and is forced out of position. Now, meanwhile, we are still holding le contrôle, like they say. Let's just control down towards that middle. Let's not move too fast right now for Titan Esports. Let's not rush that much, and let's play a steady pace and let iBUYPOWER be antsy right now against us. Now they're finally going to try to take control of middle. Daze is trying to make his way back towards Z, but he's really not peeking it. He's just going to watch it from CT spawn as he rotates over to the B bomb site. Now they have a 2-man stack, as you can see, with Anger and with Adren. AWP and M4, again, holding that fence and that quad. So if they spot Adren, they're probably not going to know that Anger is there. Here comes that smoke to cover it up. Here comes the blue door opening. Here comes a molly that's being thrown as well. And here comes a peek from that middle. Adren is under heavy attack as Anger has been picked off. And meanwhile, we also have Skadoodle killed by Existence. Adren gets a quick scope in. They're still trying to move in now. Shoxy comes in from behind. AZK is the last man standing. He does get the headshot onto Existence inside A from Z. Nading down inside the site now, just a little bit too late. Almost killed Scream. He's now down to 19 as he got legged. And Scream, after the bomb plan, peeks out, gets the kill. And now they stay alive for Titan. Looking for 3 more rounds to tie it up. And let's listen in.
Beaumonet, on est sur le point de
Là,
la
c'est
mettre très
pareil,
mal.
hein, là, ils étaient encore beaucoup à 1.
Ouais, non,
Trois.
non, moi j'ai tué un mec dans le dos, j'ai tué un mec dans le dos.
Ouais, mais moi, j'avais tué 2 en A.
Ils étaient 3 quoi.
Ils étaient 3.
Pareil, un contrôle map libre, là on peut, c'est presque déco, je décale direct. Adil, fais-toi booster.
So they were saying that there was probably 3 guys stacked. So from the way that they operated towards the A-bomb side, they were looking, okay, how many people did they actually stack inside the A-bomb side? They called that 3, and then they know that iBUYPOWER is actually on the buy, but in a situation will they have to eco if they win this one. So they said, let's free roam towards the map right now. Let's take free control of middle. And then let's just try to win this round to force iBUYPOWER on a save, which if you're looking at the tab, that is the case. Skadoodle and Anger are currently at 0 right now. They forced ops right now in the hands of Skadoodle as well. They are coming inside the B-bomb side. Skadoodle at the generator. We already have somebody inside Checker, and he's going to try to get that shot. Will do so onto Existence. Drops the bomb carrier at the same time through that smoke. Looks back down. The bomb still is down. Nope, picked up by Smith now as Anger gets the frag. We actually have 2 guys pushing up towards the A-bomb site, and Daze is going to hear that. Scream, meanwhile, gets the kill onto Adren, and there you go. NB clears out the A side, giving a chance right now for the bomb to make his way back towards mid, and then towards A to meet up with his teammates. Anger was still at Catwalk, trying to get maybe 1 or 2 kills as they rotate back. A nade, AZK eats it, down to 29 HP. 30 seconds left on the clock. They're all peeking out. They're all getting picked off as well. And what a strat by Titan Esports, as I'd never seen that before. And I don't think iBUYPOWER was looking forward or was expecting that either.
It was really what's been crazy for Titan has been they really have been executing some really great smokes and flashes, and even seeing some really good mollies that have fallen into place. We saw the molly attack there, mollying up there towards the upper area inside of B. And so MBK going to give a quick boost. It's going to be a nice push up there out inside of mid. Scream, he's going to spawn another one. He is missing all those shots, but also Anger was too, so that kind of worked out on his behalf here.
Another thing that I wanted to add as well, though, the reason why I said I wasn't expecting that is because Skadoodle actually killed the bomb carrier at Checker. So he probably called that the bomb was down, but nobody else really saw that bomb being picked up and made it back out from into mid. But now things are turning around. We're missing all the action, but AZK is the last man standing, saving his AK-47 after all of that. So they were trying to go for a surprise. They were trying to go on a hunt right now, actually, for Titan to try to hurt iBUYPOWER's economy even more. But it was just a P250 save going on for IBP. Not really any armor being purchased either. So a decent save so far with those 2 casualties. Even more if AZK is able to save this AK-47 to drop it for one of his teammates here.
Checking all their spots as needed. Still pushing in here. And so now they're going to push up there, and Existence gets AZK at the end. 14-13 as we come down to this. Still the first map of this last best of 3 here. So we're utilizing every bit of these 30 rounds that were allotted. It probably could even go even longer than that. So let's go ahead and hop in here.
Yeah, we'll see how this is going to pan out. Let's see if I miss my flight this afternoon or not.
No, you probably will.
Yeah, it's leaving in 3 hours. We'll see quadruple overtimes every single map. It'll be great. I'd love to miss my flight for that. Nonetheless, let's follow back with the action. We're going to try to commit quickly inside the A-bomb site. AZK gets the opening kill onto Shoxy. Anger trying to hold inside the site right now, as AZK actually got the kill at mid. Anger inside the site gets the headshot to Scream, as we're still pushing in. He finally gets some support from Madren, but we also have a flank coming in right now from AZK, but all the way at blue door. I don't know if that's a good idea. Now Smith getting the leg shot here onto his opponent.
All the way.
Yeah, and now there you go. They spanned it through. They got the kill, and now Adren's on a 2 versus 1, just like that. He knows that Smith is inside quad, battling right now. As I heard a dink, so Existence is down to 51. Smith switching back out to the P250, but Adren just around the corner inside the site. You can see it right now in his point of view. Adren doesn't know where they really are right now. They're not really re-peeking him, and they're actually going to close around. They're going to walk back and make their way towards B. That's amazing. As he turns around, finally spots him. But as he looks back towards quad, he realizes, oh my god, these guys are going B. Are you freaking kidding me? So now Existence is going to watch the flank. Smith is going to make his way through, and he's going to plant all the way back in the corner.
I can't get any further back than that.
Yeah, how can I really piss off Adren is by doing exactly that. So Adren now coming up towards heaven. Existence kills him, and we're now tied 14-14.
Adren going, why would you do that? And that's why. That was great. That was
What a comeback coming in by Titan Esports, now tying things up. And they're putting iBUYPOWER in a gamble situation. Are we going to buy and try to win this one? Or are we going to save and force the overtime? So they're going to go for a pistol buy to be able to have enough money if they actually lose this one to possibly go for low armor M4s. But at the economy, I don't know if they're going to be able to buy AWPs. I don't think so. So Adren right now stacking with AZK and Skadoodle inside the B bomb site. Daze by himself in A, and at middle is going to be Anger with the 5-7. Meanwhile, we are still having our main control right now of Titan free roam. One guy at blue door, 3 guys at middle, 1 guy at B, and of course the guy at B should be none other than Shoxy, as he's inside this Toxic. The way that he's smoking, and I think this is actually to smoke towards the main door, and then he's going to lob another one towards the heaven with that molly.
well, they're going to wrap it, and Daze is going to be a really tough spot here.
So let's see what's going to happen. They're actually going to rotate back. They're still holding inside the vents. It's only going to be Adren trying to hold inside Checker by him towards the B side by himself. Shoxy's creeping up. He sees the bomb carrier, but as he peeks out, he should have just waited a little bit more. Could have gotten the kill onto Shoxy. Now the B side is open. Time to retake straight for iBUYPOWER with pistols. And at this point,
Bomb hadn't been planted yet.
yeah, but from their position, you're also peeking 1 by 1. Now the bomb has been planted. 5-on-3 makes that a 3-on-2 instead of B bomb site. We actually have NBK so far away for this defuse. Now it's a 2-on-2, and finally NBK comes towards the vent. He sees that gun stick out. He's trying to spam across. Does get the kill, and just like that, Titan have come back, and they are at game point situation for the first map. And let's listen in to what.
But there was none B either.
But you push B. So why? Why rotate on 0 calls?
Okay. Well, they figured
push
B and there was no one there, so you figured they'd go right.
So you see that they went from smiling faces, he came out from the blue door, and then just went to yelling at each other right now. So
That's actually the perfect explanation.
Yeah.
No,
Of the mood change that you might have from the momentum from iBUYPOWER.
it's so hard. I mean, there's some times that some of the things that you say can be extremely toxic, and there are the right ways to say things, and you know, if you can't say anything nice, don't say something at all. So, yeah.
But at least Adren gets the opening op shot here to make it a 5-on-4 situation. We are looking back here at the terrorist team. They're trying to commit 2 guys inside the middle area. We do have Smiths in his eyes, trying to look back for an op shot inside quad. There is Anger playing around that area, but he's still playing close blue door. He's gonna be right next to NBK. That's only a concrete wall separating these 2 players. Daze looking back here inside the side, dead spot Smiths, but Smiths also missed the op shot. These guys are now falling back towards the T-spawn. Shoxy's gonna be the one at main. Skadoodle gets the frag onto Shoxy. Skadoodle now, we're looking at him. It's gonna stay clear for now. NBK is still holding that blue door, and at the same time, Anger has not moved. But Daze is slowly rotating away. That's the calls. That's why they were yelling at each other. Why are you rotating if no calls are being done? And now Anger is going to hear those nades. He's going to call it right now. Please help me out. 3 guys pushing outside towards the main. Anger gets the first kill at least. Gets a kill from Adren onto Smith. Existence trying to clutch this one right now.
15.
A 3-on-1 situation. 13 seconds left on the clock. He will have a smoke to cover him out. Adren kills him to bring this first map into overtime between iBUYPOWER and
You wanted to
Titan
go home,
Esports.
didn't you? At some point.
I don't want to go home. I don't mind missing my flight for this. Craig's paid for it. Thanks, Torbo. But a great round overall here. A great matchup. iBUYPOWER winning that first half, 10-5, but somehow couldn't maintain it against Titan Esports there. They have caught up. Titan took the lead at the end of this first map. But then iBUYPOWER at least was able to bring this into overtime. And they're going to get ready very soon for the overtime. And guys, please tell me, hashtag ESEA LAN, tell me how exciting this matchup is for these 2 teams. And I'm excited to be here today to be able to cast this. I wasn't expecting this from iBUYPOWER at all.
No, not at all.
And they've proven that when they're actually on point, they could get those frags. Of course, you guys have seen it. There are still some mistakes, though, that actually cost the rounds here for iBUYPOWER. Notably, Skadoodle inside the CT spawn trying to get those op shots that didn't work that actually made them lose a round.
That's one of them.
The other one where Adren was inside the site, and they actually, instead of him pushing with his teammates after or trying to see where his opponents are and try to win that 2 versus 1 quickly, he actually just sat there, and it's actually Tiny Esports who had the better game sense who crept right behind him to go back towards B to get the bomb.
That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like
there's some things that really you have to think about too. You know what Dazed said was correct. If there's something that if there's no calls that were made, and I didn't say to rotate, then don't rotate, and that's right. But the way you said it is not the way you say it to your team. Especially in a sense of where you're at this level right now. You don't need to be also that adding factor in kind of demoralizing your own team. And so there at the end, we saw what they were able to push it back into an overtime.
Yeah.
So there has to be that balance. Yes, you have to be that in-game leader, but at the same token, you don't need to be toxic to your team.
Yeah, just another thing I wanted to add from that is because they actually do yell at each other a lot when it comes to between rounds, when they lose these crucial rounds that they're not supposed to lose, like they say. But when it comes at the round, their freeze time has ticked down to 0, and their round actually starts, all of that is behind them, and they recommunicate and refocus here to try to win a round. But of course, having that's
the way it should be, but that's
behind
not
your head sometimes there to actually make it tough.
That's the way it should be. I mean, I think there's a difference between putting it in the back of your mind and then being quiet. It's like, you know, you have the teacher in front of the class. The teacher says, "Hey, quiet." Well, guess what? You're quiet, but you're still processing all of this thing, everything that was said just a moment ago, and so really, you know, it's got that kind of counter effect there. But really, what's been interesting for me watching, of course, I'd mentioned 1,000 times over now how well iBUYPOWER, how well they've been hitting those shots. But the other side to it, you know, I'm knocking on Dazed for a little bit on the fact that how his tone is and how his composure is whenever he's explaining things. But the real matter of the fact is he's made some really great calls here against Titan at the very end, even against Complexity. He's just gone. He's counter-stratted every step of the way, and that's the reason why they're in this situation that they're in right now. They beat them 2-0 in the first best-of-3 series, and we're here right now in an overtime here with Titan and iBUYPOWER. We've played a lot of rounds right now, and guess what? We're still basically 0-0.
Well, let's start here. The first round, MR3 for each half, starting with $10,000. Titan Esports on the terrorist team, iBUYPOWER on the counter-terrorist team. If you're just tuning in, this is for the overtime second set grand finals between these two powerhouses, the French team, Titan Esports, and the North American team, iBUYPOWER. It is composed of MBK, Scream, Shoxy, Existence, and Smith for Titan. And for iBUYPOWER, got Skadoodle, Dazed, Anger, AZK, and Adren.
Adren trying to get that quick pick over there towards main. Got that off in hand, and he goes straight over here towards quad.
And Skadoodle doesn't have one, though. So they're going to count on his rifling like he kind of did in the Seasons maps.
Yeah, it's going to go ahead and push up there. That was Anger who challenged. Now it's going to open. Oh, he misses the shot. He's going to go ahead and push through, and Anger finally able to take him down. As for some reason, the game wouldn't let me switch. And so now we're back over here. We're on board here with Dazed. Dazed inside the side here. He's going to push around. He's going to spot, able to take down Smith. There goes that op. Look out for Shoxy. It is down to a 2-on-2, but Shoxy's in a really unique spot, and they're actually going to go ahead and fall back, and Shoxy's going to be this choke point.
Yeah, because Shoxy said, okay, I pushed all the way through CD spawn. There's nobody. B's definitely open, so just go. I got the choke here at Z.
And no one's going to check their spots. He lines them both up. He's able to spot one of them, and he's going to go ahead and close off that area. And he's going to force him to go through that, through the vents. And now they know exactly where he's going to come from here. Either checkers, and they just great angles that they have right now. Nade over the top, caused some damage there. That was over there towards Existence. He's going to get dropped down to 52 HP. Dazed pushing here inside the site. Spots Existence in the backside. Going to be working up here in just a moment. They still have Shoxy on the top, trying to draw them in. Here comes Shoxy. He's got great awareness of where both of them are at. Existence is on the other side. He just couldn't capitalize at the end. And there you have it. Shoxy being just lurking about, giving them the intel that they needed to get that bomb taken over there towards the B side and planted.
Titan gets the first point now in the first MR3 starting off on T side. iBUYPOWER looking to hopefully get these next 2 rounds because they have been playing fairly strong on the T side. So if they can get maybe just 1 round here on the CT side, they might be able to take this map here against Titan. Adren with another AWP, but this time opting at middle instead at quad of A. We are also pushing aggressively here inside of main with a crossfire set up between Daze and Anger. They don't know that Shoxy is actually roaming at A this time towards the blue door, while the rest of the guys are planted towards B. Here comes Molly, and the flash is inside checker.
I know nobody's back in checker right now.
Yeah, and nobody's really committing yet. Shoxy decided to fall back from his position too. I don't know if he ran. If he actually did run, Anger would have probably hurt him at locker there. But we're still in the eyes of AZK, waiting because the bomb's just around the corner. And from that mini-map, you can see them closing in. They're going to go for a mid vents and a main B push. And here we go. Skadoodle at the generator. AZK still at his spot. Spotted a leg there coming out from Scream. Scream trying to clear out checker. Still thinking that somebody's in there. Skadoodle now trying to spam through this smoke. Adren fallen by Shoxy towards the CT spawn. And then Daze takes the kill onto Smith, but the advantage still comes in for Titan as they drop another one. The B side is open, and up in heaven they take down Daze. And you can see there, just in back, just behind Adren, the way that he's articulating gesturally is dazed. It gets to him. He doesn't like to lose.
Well, I mean, many of
Nobody
us
likes
don't,
to lose, but he takes it to heart.
Yeah, he takes it. He shows it.
And even by losing 2 rounds in a row, not really having any trades right now for iBUYPOWER, they're screwed right now in this 3rd round. So Daze the only one with an M4, only 1 kid on the back of Skadoodle as AZK already gets killed by Smith, as it's an early 5-on-4 situation. We do have a deagle for Anger, a 5-7 for Skadoodle, and for Adren. Daze making his way back towards A. He's going to spot one. He's going to try to take him down. Misses the spray as Smith gets a 2K for that round. MBK out of the blue door, and just like that, Adren gets picked off as he gets the kill off the Scream. But Skadoodle has to try to win a 4 versus 1 with the 5-7. I don't think he can do it.
Well, he has to do something.
Now he knows at least the bomb is planted. The good news is the kit is his, and he gets headshot inside CT spawn. So it's going to be 18-5 right now in favor of Titan Esports. Let's actually wait and see when this second half starts how iBUYPOWER's round is going to unravel with Daze's call and with their communication.
We can actually listen to them right now. This will give you a pretty good understanding of where they're at as we go ahead and listen to iBUYPOWER for just a moment of the OT.
Man, we should have put your op-ed quads.
What?
Why do you guys never auto snipe quad? I used to do it and it's so easy. Like, I don't know.
They didn't even go A, man.
True, but I mean, we could have stacked B if we only had like 1 A auto snipe.
You guys could have auto sniped B. I mean,
We got pushed up A every single round, Kev.
yeah, we were just in there lower every round. Like,
Alright, I was wondering.
We had great positioning, we just didn't capitalize.
It's kind of funny too because they're saying just the first sentence, we never really got pushed at A, so we can't really op at quad. And then they say, well, you guys could have done the same thing by auto sniping towards B, but then they said, no, we kept being pushed at A. Oh yeah, you're right. So it's just a blur basically what happened to them there on that first half. Every single round were executed so quickly, at least towards those A pushes from Titan Esports. And now they take the lead. They're a game point situation on this first map.
You want to know what's interesting is, in that point right there, they should be talking about what's going to be happening here for the second half and how do they set up, especially on a T side.
Yep.
And what are they doing? They're talking about what happened in the first half and what they did wrong.
In case they're able to bring this into double overtime.
Yeah, I guess so. So they assume they've got a pretty good T side. They're going to be set here going into this one.
The viewers in North America right now crossing their fingers, hoping that it will go into a double overtime in this second set, best out of 3. We are coming in towards middle. Daze kicking things off.
Oh my
Adren
goodness.
with the headshot with the EWP onto Smith as they are splitting up here, or actually pushing up towards his catwalk towards the A side. But MBK, who's been such a big factor inside the A bomb site, does the same thing again with 2 taps and 2 headshots onto Adren and Anger, forcing right now the boys of iBUYPOWER to fall back inside B. Smoke inside the CT spawn. Shoxy with the AWP. Getting the shot through the smoke. Drops the bomb here. Daze probably threw his mouse in the air from that shot. And then now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Skadoodle with the bomb on his back. It at least gets planted. Shoxy now still inside the CT spawn. NBK moving back here from the vents. Shoxy at the heaven gets a quick scope, but now it's back to a 1-on-1. They know that Skadoodle's inside the site. It was called by NBK as Skadoodle killed him. Now they're both solo, 38 right now for Skadoodle, but Shoxy with 38 HP himself gets the kill. Pistol versus AK, and that's gonna end the first half here, ladies and gentlemen. 19-15 in favor of Titan. As they're mic'd up, let's see if they have anything to say before they drop their headsets.
That's
Nope.
their drop. They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
So map number 1 goes to Titan. It's the first map that they've won so far here.